This is Mark Bell from SuperTraining.tv, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. I'm just chilling here with the new Power Magazine with Dave Hoff on the cover. Great resource for a lot of these questions that are coming in, so make sure you're doing your homework and make sure you're reading that as well. You can order it off of thepowermagazine.com. I got a question today for the Power Project. This guy says that he's always been in single-ply gear, and he's done a lot of geared lifting. And he realized that when he's switching over to Raw that he sucks. He absolutely sucks. He can't believe it. He said he realizes he was getting a lot of poundage from his gear, and now he wants to work on some Raw training. And basically, what should he do to get his lifts up? And he also asked the question, should he work on variations or should he just focus on the three main lifts? First thing you have to realize in your quest for building strength is that there's a huge difference, or not even a huge difference, there's a slight difference, but it makes all the difference in the world between testing your strength and building your strength. An example of testing your strength would be like, let's say you did a reverse band deadlift, and you worked up to a max single, and you went for a PR. Let's say your PR is 500 pounds. And so in going for the 500 plus pounds to conserve energy and to test your strength and to put yourself to the ultimate test, you conserved your energy and you made large jumps. So let's say, for example, that you went from 405 to 455, and then let's say you gutted out 505. Well, that would be a successful day. That would be you testing your strength, and your strength was 5 pounds stronger than the last time you tried it. But in my opinion, training should not really be like that often. I believe that you should be working on building your strength, and the way that you would build your strength is you would make smaller jumps as you got to about 80%. So I would go 405, maybe 435, 465, and then the 505. So it would only be the difference of just a couple extra sets in there. Also, repetitions can help build strength. So if you were doing doubles and triples in your warm-ups, and then you maybe switch to a single towards the end, and yes, it may have an impact on that max single that you do, but you already realize that going in, and you are going to have a game plan. So there is a slight difference between building strength and just testing your strength. If you're testing your strength all the time, you're not getting in enough volume in some cases. Some cases it's fine. You know, it's hard. It's like I said, it's kind of a fine line between the two, but it can make all the difference in the world in your training, especially when you start to realize that you're weak at something. A good example of this was last night when I did some squats. I squatted with the safety bar and worked up to 615 with 300 pounds of chains. That's a pretty good squat for me. I've been stronger, but that was a pretty good squat for me. But in my quest for building strength, I like to use the Thompson method very often. So what I did is I did about 6 or 7 sets of 2 reps before I worked into my singles. Normally with a Thompson squat you do about 5 sets of 2, but I wanted a little bit extra work. And then I did like 2 heavy singles. So you got to always keep that in the back of your mind, and have a goal when you go into the gym. Have an intent for the day. So for your particular problem with your raw lifts is you have to work on building your strength, and you're going to have to swallow a couple of weak bullets here and there because it's not going to feel good. It's not going to feel right. You're not going to be able to handle a lot of weight. So for a little while, take your time, do sets of 3, make sure you're doing the lifts correctly, and give that about a month, and your strength should be coming back up. Do some pause benches, do some pause squats, do some deficit deadlifts. You'll be a sad son of a bitch because you won't be moving shit. Pause in the hole of your squats, pause at the bottom of your benches, do some deficit deadlifts, and do everything for sets of 3, even all the way through your warm-ups, all the way to your max. And then when you've completed about 4 weeks of training like that, you can kind of resume and go about your business your normal way and then test your strength and see where it's at. But that would be a great way to build it up. There's other great methods out there. The 5-3-1 method is pretty good for building strength. We have a female lifter in our gym right now who's messing with it, Lisa Lindhurst, and I've seen her make a lot of good progress. And it's a simple program to follow. You do 5 reps one week, 3 the next, and 1 the next, and you keep the same exercise in there. And it's a program that allows you to make progress, because you're not ever really going to a true all-out, gutted-out, brutal max. So basically it leaves you room for the next time you come around to that exercise to stick in a little bit more weight. That is it from supertraining.tv. Have a wonderful day.